Hey everybody, I'm back. I've been gone for a while. My wife and I finally got COVID after avoiding it for all this time, but we both had COVID and it wasn't great, but we are both getting better every day. So happy to be here making a new video. And in today's video, I want to talk about this John Lennon box set that was released in 2020. This is John Lennon, Gimme Some Truth, the Ultimate Mixes, and this is the 4 LP box set version. I previously, on the day it came out in 2020, picked up the 2 LP version of Gimme Some Truth, the Ultimate Mixes, and I've talked about this before. This one happens to be on colored vinyl, by the way. But today we're going to talk about this box set. Now, I picked this up just a couple of days ago from one of my local record stores. They had it. And it was brand new, still sealed, but they had it for a crazy discount of a price. I think when they first came out, they were like $80, maybe $80 to $100. I got this for about half of that price. I think I paid like $45 for this. So it was one of those things that I didn't really want this box set, but I was kind of waiting to see if I could get a good deal on it, and this was definitely a good deal for me. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of good things to say about this box set. It's just overall, I would say I generally don't like this box set, and I'll tell you why. There's 2 reasons: the sound and the overall just packaging of the box set. Now, first off, the box itself, it looks cool. I like the cover. I know some people don't really like the cover, but I think it's a cool cover. It's a different photo of John, which is cool. It's not that typical just straight on shot of his face wearing the granite glasses and from Imagine that they use for like almost all the compilations. They used a different photo. I appreciate that. And I even like the back of the box, how they have all the song titles arranged like that with some words with the gold writing on it. But that's where it ends as far as the packaging of this box set goes. I'll show you what's inside of here. I'm sure other people have shown the contents of this box, but inside of the box right there. Then you get this booklet. Now, I don't even know if you can call it a booklet. It's pretty much just random images with hardly any text at all of here's John's telegram he sent to the Queen when he returned his MBE, some photos of John. It's just kind of a nothing booklet. So right off the bat, I was disappointed with the booklet completely. Just a throwaway piece, in my opinion. Then you get the two gatefold record sleeves that have 2 albums in them each. So you get records 1 and 2 are on this, and again, I think they could have done something different for this inside gatefold album, but they didn't. Then you get this photo of John and Yoko in the gatefold, and there's the back. And then the second gatefold, same photo, this time it's just gray instead of gold. And you get a different gatefold of their bed in. Then you get the gray back cover. And then that's about it. Now, the inner sleeves for each of these, I'll show you just one of them because they all are pretty much the same. You get the song titles on one side, and then you get like this photo from the Imagine sessions. This one happens to have Klaus Voormann and Alan White playing bass and playing drums. And this is on black vinyl, and I will show you the vinyl. Now, the other thing that I really don't like is that it doesn't come with polyline sleeves. They just come in this cardboard. I'm not going to put them in polyline sleeves, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But this happens to be side E. And yeah, it's an okay label, I guess. Then, after you look through all the record sleeves, they also give you a few other goodies, which I think are cool. You get this poster of John. It's a double-sided poster. And I'll try to unfold it the best way I can here. You get this poster of John 3 Johns with Gimme Some Truth on top. And I think the cooler side is this side. John and Yoko during their bed-in. Cool poster. That was nice they included that. I would call that the highlight of the box, which is saying something. Then you get 2 postcards. One is, again, the same thing you get on the booklet. John's telegram to the Queen saying why he's returning his NBE. And then on the back, it's the postcard. Then you get this shot again, which is one of the gatefold pictures I just showed you previously of just John and Yoko in their Apple office. So 2 postcards, and then a bumper sticker. Now, this bumper sticker is a little bit funny to me as we hear a truck driving by, which is appropriate for when I'm talking about a bumper sticker. I certainly will never put this on my bumper of my vehicle, and I'll probably just leave it in this box set. So it's fine they included it, but it's kind of a waste of time in my opinion. Anyway, there you go. That's the contents of the box. Now, like I said, I was disappointed because there's next to hardly any text about the actual music in this box set at all. You get one thing here, and it's hard to read. It's right there at the bottom here, this part, which just lists all of the musicians who played on the song for this album, but they're all just listed in alphabetical order. It doesn't tell you what songs they played on. And it all just says, "You Are the Plastic Ono Band," and it lists like John Lennon, Nicky Hopkins, Alan White, blah, blah, blah. Then it has very little information about who did what, really, other than it lists Yoko as an executive producer, Sean Lennon as the producer and creative director. But it's like, I would have liked to have known a lot more information and maybe shown some, the tape boxes and just more information about this collection of songs in here. It doesn't really say anything. And if you didn't know about this box set, about are these remixes or what are they exactly, you wouldn't know unless you looked it up online. And of course, these are remixes done by Sean and an engineer. And anyway, so the box set, just as far as buying it for the extras, the goodies that you would normally buy a box set for, it's lacking in all areas of that, in my opinion. So let's now talk about the actual music and the pressing of the vinyl. First off, this is one of the worst pressings I've ever experienced in my life as far as the quality of the pressing. The very first song, Instant Karma, on the very first LP, it's the first track on the first side of the first LP. It skips so badly. I tried all kinds of stuff on my record player to try to make it work, maybe thinking, okay, something might be off with my system. No, I even took it to another record player I have in the other room, did the same thing. So there's obviously something wrong with the pressing itself. It skips, so you can't even listen to Instant Karma, which is bad right off the bat. Second off, the vinyl is really, really loud itself. It's very, very noisy, a lot of pops and clicks. There's some intergroup distortion going on. And that is no good right off the bat. And this was made in the Czech Republic. And it's pressed by GZ, I guess, is the company that pressed it. Now, they also pressed the new Beatles Revolver box set. And that actually, I think, sounds great as far as the quality of the vinyl and the quality of the pressing. I don't have any problems with that. But for some reason with this John Lennon box set, there's a lot of problems. The other problems that I've experienced with this is that some of the discs are a bit warped. So I had to use a vinyl stabilizer, like a big weight that you put, like in the middle of your turntable to weigh it down in the middle, and that helped a little bit. And I gotta say, I hardly ever, by the way, this happens to be just a cheap one I picked up. This is a vinyl stabilizer right here. Got it for like $20 off Amazon. I hardly ever use this for my records. Most of my records are dead flat, but every once in a while I'll bust this out if a record needs a little bit of help. And this set definitely needed some help. So yeah, they had a little bit of warpage going on, and just the quality control not very good for this set. So that's not good as well. The other thing I should mention, as far as the actual mixes themselves, so these are all remixes, and the overall sound quality I would say is okay. It's very, very low end heavy, probably too much. Listening on headphones was a better experience for me than listening on speakers. On speakers, at least on my stereo here, the bass was just way overblown. It just kind of filled the room. On headphones, it seemed like it was a little bit more contained, I guess. And the other thing is that some of the mixes are pretty good. Some of them are. None of them I would say are bad. I wouldn't say any of them are bad. But most of them, probably 90% of these remixes, are just pretty good. They're not an improvement really over any of the original mixes or some of the other remixes that have been done to John Lennon's solo work. Like I think there was remixes done in 2005. I think all his albums got remixed, and some of those are really great. Like the Mind Games from 2005 is excellent, and none of these remixes, like the Mind Games versions, surpass any of those in my opinion. Definitely though, there are some good moments as far as the remixes go. I think the best example is the song Steel and Glass, which is actually on the second gatefold. It's on side E. Steel and Glass from the Walls and Bridges album. On here, the remix is really great, and it made me actually like that song a lot more than I've ever liked it before. They removed the horns from it, so it just has the string arrangement and then the band with drums, bass, guitar, and John singing. And it really just cuts through a lot more, and it benefits, I think, from the remix. The other song that I thought benefited from the remix was Stand By Me from the Rock and Roll Sessions. Sounds really good on here. And I also think Angel Baby, also from the Rock and Roll Sessions. Eventually it was released on Men Love Avenue, though it wasn't on the original Rock and Roll album, but I think that also sounds really, really good on this as well. And the last one that I thought sounded great was I'm Losing You. I'm Losing You from the Double Fantasy album also sounded really good on here. So there are some good moments. And the other very cool thing which took me completely by surprise, because this is an attention to detail that I wasn't expecting from a box set that didn't really have much attention to detail, in my opinion. But on the very last record, on its side H, during the Run Out Groove, a la Sgt. Pepper, in the Run Out Groove, you hear Yoko say John's name and John say Yoko's name, and I believe that comes from the Wedding album. Or maybe that's from Life of the Lions. I don't know. It's one of their avant-garde experimental albums where they say each other's names on the whole side of the record. But it's cool little thing that they've included there in the Run Out Groove. And for those who don't know, putting music in the Run Out Groove is, from a technical standpoint, from the person cutting the record, is very, very hard to do from what I've read about. Which is why, like, in America, sorry, there's a motorcycle driving by. In America, when they released Sgt. Pepper, they didn't have the Run Out Groove that the Beatles made for Sgt. Pepper because it was too hard for them to do at that time. So kind of cool that they did that on this box set, and it definitely took me by surprise. Granted, that was just like 2 seconds of coolness, but after that I was kind of like, oh, okay. So all in all, this box set, in my opinion, is not worth picking up unless you can get it for a really, really good price. Like I said, I think I paid $45 for this, and even that, I don't think I would do that again knowing what I know now about this box set. If you could pick it up for less than that, sure, it's worth picking up. It's probably worth having on your shelf just because it is John Lennon. And of course, the songs are amazing. You can't get over that. The songs are great. Oh, the other thing I want to mention is there's a live version of Come Together on this, and I did like that a lot. I think it sounded really good. It makes me excited for, hopefully, they eventually release that one-to-one concert that John Lennon did with Elephant's Memory Band and Yoko. I hope they release that, and they release both of the shows. So they did like I think they did an afternoon show and an evening show. And I hope they release like a deluxe edition of that, all remixed, because from this right here, the come together version on here, it sounds excellent, and it just shows how it could sound. So that was a highlight for me. But all in all, I just didn't really enjoy this box set as far as the quality control, as far as the normal things you would expect from a box set like this for the price that it goes for. It just kind of didn't really make the cut for me. I'd love to know what you think about it in the comments below. And I will say that if you're interested in listening to some of these remixes, I think that the 2 LP version, which is a lot cheaper, and actually this pressing, maybe I just got lucky with this one, but this pressing is a million times better as far as quality control than all the records in this box set. And this one is on colored vinyl, which sometimes can have its issues. But I would recommend picking up this 2 LP version of this Lennon Ultimate Mixes, just because it gives you all the essential songs and gets you an idea of what these mixes sound like. So that's my assessment of this box set. Again, I'd love to know what you think about it in the comments below. And from what I've read, by the way, on message boards, I'm not the only one who's had these issues with their Gimme Some Truth Ultimate Mixes box set. It's very, very common that most of the records have issues skipping with pops and clicks. And yeah, so it just sounds like they didn't really just put the care that they should have into this box set. Isn't that right, Bob? He agrees. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope you're all doing well. My voice is about to go out because I haven't been talking that much, but I better end it now so my voice doesn't go out live. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope you're all doing well, and take care, and bye for now.